Hi everyone, apologies for the delay. Let me invite Rukshan. I hope all of you are doing great. Hi Rukshan, can you hear me?
Hi, Sasanka. Yes, I do hear you very well.
Apologies to the for the delay. Got stuck in a bit of traffic, and finally we are here. All right, welcome to episode 2 of Business Talk Show. Already we get some engagement, Rukshan.
Right. Nice archaeology.
Okay.
I think it's Akram. Welcome, Akram, to the
Hi,
line. Nice to
Alcom.
see you.
Likewise. Uh, so today we are about to talk on personal branding. The topic goes as personal branding mastery. I think, Dilukshan, if you could tell us about the three topics that we are going to discuss today, that would be great.
Yeah. So today we are going to touch upon what's personal branding. Most of the people ask this question, what is about personal branding and what it takes in 2021 to build your personal brand online? That's the second question. And the third one, I would say, in terms of anybody who's here, if you are looking for a career growth, or even if you are looking for someone to be on business, if you want to go in your business, what you should be doing in terms of personal branding. That's the third topic we are going to talk. So, Sasank, over to you.
Awesome.
Shall we discuss and talk about what's personal branding? What do you think is Sasank personal branding is all about?
Yes, personal branding simply it is about yourself. It's about uniqueness, what you specialize in, and how you deliver it in your own way, in your own right. So I believe personal branding is about educating the audience, and a bit of entertainment is involved as well. But we have to make
Right.
sure that we should maintain a balance between educational content and entertaining content. So personal branding is about yourself, but what you can add to another person, to your expertise, to the knowledge that you have gained, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So I think
Right.
people from diverse disciplines have created personal brands which have transcended boundaries. And also, there are plenty of examples even today. You can just research, and personal branding is a huge topic, Diluksha. And also,
True.
it may have different connotations. If you are someone else would define it in a different way. So, in my perspective, personal branding is uh, what someone talks about me when I am not with them, right?
Yeah.
To simply put it, if I'm not if I'm not in a conference room with a set of people, what would they talk about myself? How would they define me? That's
Yeah.
personal brand. So that's the personal
Yeah.
brand that you have to build. Over to you, Dilukshan.
Yeah, so for me, Sasanka, what I feel is today the market is very cluttered. We have a lot of competition going on. Let it be a personality or let it be a corporate brand or whoever you are, where branding comes into place is how you differentiate yourself from competitor. Right.
Absolutely.
Certain people and certain companies are well known for certain categories. So I would like everybody here to just write down and say, in front of your name, just write down what do you want to be known for. You might be someone who's like a singer. You might be a digital marketer. You might be a corporate professional, finance expert, whatever the domain you want to be known for. That's what your personal branding has to be. For example, I am into coaching. What I do is I coach executive leaders and startup entrepreneurs to build their business. So what I share, what I talk, and what I'm being part of is always whatever it comes under my platform. But if you are someone who's just constantly resonating with everything what comes to your plate, so this is where the confusion comes. Now today, if you go and see LinkedIn handles of certain people, they are still trying to find out what they want to be known for. So this is a question which I always ask when somebody say that they're confused with your brand. In front of your name, just write a statement what you want to be known for. Then start communicating that, putting out content, doing collaborations, or whatever you do, it has to be from that platform. So you need to make this conscious call. Okay, this is my brand. Okay, this is what I want to be known for. For example, let's take certain brands. For example, when you say IPL, today everybody know what's that platform is about. It's about a T20 cricket. IPL is very clear that it has to offer one platform and it has to be known for it. But if your IPL is about test cricket, it's about one-day cricket and everything, that's where it becomes a normal platform. So like that, you need to get to know what's your specialty and you need to offer your specialty accordingly that people will resonate with about you. So over to you, Sasango. What do you think we need to do in 2021 to build a brand online? What are the strategies what you are doing?
I think if you take 2021, everyone should have a personal brand. That's my opinion. Because we have plenty of people who have lost their jobs across the globe, here in Sri Lanka and across the globe. So I think to find your next opportunity, the best way to do that is to create your personal brand. Start creating it now. Even if you're employed at the moment, you could start creating your own personal brand and start maintaining, upload content. If you talk about researching, I used to download images from Google and just upload. I did it consistently for some time, and then I realized that I should come up with my own content. Then I started writing my own quotes, and thereafter, as we discussed in the previous episode, as you said, Dilrukshan, I started the video series, Midweek Influence in 2017. So these are little things that you can have your own way of disseminating content. It's about how you deliver it. It's not the quantity, but the quality that you give out or showcase. So I believe personal branding in 2021 is a massive topic, and everyone should create their own personal brands and move forward, because the next opportunity is definitely depending on your personal brand. That's for sure.
Right. So adding some limelight to that, Sasanka, what I feel is one of the biggest lessons COVID has taught everybody of us is we also need to understand we need to have something going for ourselves. So most of the people were during the pandemic period, they were worried about their salary cards and everything. Today, everybody is trying to become entrepreneur. That's what the real nice thing of is, because everybody understood, look, I need to have multiple income streams. This is where I need to make some money. So every male, female, everybody, whenever graduate today is trying to make some money. So what my honest request is, everybody is a brand today. In Facebook, you are a brand. In Instagram, you are a brand. When you are on LinkedIn, you are a brand. When you are a brand, always be communicate what you want, brand want to be. Now, when you go to certain Facebook pages, what people share is 100% negativity. I always go and unfriend them, because this is where you constantly just, try to come in negative, just try to see. So when you consume a lot of negative things, this is where things go wrong. This is where you start connecting to negative things over and over again. So first and foremost, understand everywhere you are might be on Facebook, on Instagram, or LinkedIn, you are a brand on yourself. What you communicate is your message, what you gives to everybody who's friends and family and networking all the platforms. So ensure we make a conscious call. That we all happy with certain things. We are not always happy with certain things. Sometimes we are sad. But how you communicate, what you communicate, always goes with a name. Now I have seen certain people on Facebook coming and commenting there. When we go and see, we think, okay, this was someone whom we respect so much. Why is he commenting like this? So this is a very simple thing what everybody need to understand. In 2021, yes, people look up to you, what you do. So you have a network, you have your neighbor, everybody's on your Facebook. So ensure that you make a conscious call. Facebook is not a site you just come and comment. Instagram is not a site you just go and put people, because when you create a brand and when you are trying to communicate with it, this is where you need to be very conscious of what exactly you are talking about. So build a brand. Today, building brand is very easy because you can go on yourself, start on your social media channels, start putting up content where people will start connecting to you. People write to you. So people will ask for your opinion. So that's where but ensure that you want to be known for something. Don't just post everything what you want. Just make a conscious call what you should be posting and what you should be not. So that's where you build a personal brand. Any tips you think, Sasan, you can give to someone in terms of career growth? Wow, they can use personal branding.
Yeah, I think before coming to that, Devukshan, even offline when we had a chat about the topic that we are going to discuss today, we decided that we want to talk about personal branding in this episode. Is that personal branding ranks very high when you talk about business. That's one of the reasons that we selected this topic. So I think in terms of career growth, to answer your question, I believe people should be mindful of the content that they post. And social media platforms are a way to screen yourself, maybe by an employer. When you apply for a job, uh, someone who sees your application might search your profile on Facebook and go through your wall or any other platform for that matter, maybe LinkedIn, Instagram, or whatever, and see what you have posted. And that gives an impression. You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And we always have to understand that because the Rukshan on Facebook or whatever platform, you can post something that you can't say in words. So people use these social media platforms to express that feeling or maybe emotion. You can't say it in words, but you can say it in a post. So that's why it's dangerous. So we have to be mindful. And I don't know whether anyone has tried this in the audience. Just Google your name and check whether your LinkedIn profile or whatever comes on top. So if your LinkedIn profile comes on top in the search results, they say that you have a good online presence. That's a way to measure your online presence. It's part of personal branding. And we have to understand that the proper way of disseminating content and how to approach an audience in an educational manner and at times a bit of entertainment as well. Isn't it, Dilokshan?
True. So a lot of undergraduates and graduates shoot me this question, how can they build a brand? So my simple solution for them is, why don't you start communicating? Because everybody has this platform today where you can choose a platform which you want to be known for and start communicating. You might be an undergraduate who's doing certain projects. Talk about that. You might be someone who's already finished your one and graduation. You might be doing certain things. You might be a part of Lions Club, Rotary Club, anything what you organize. Today, it's about the noise you make, because you have two conscious choices. First one, you can say, look, for me, my brand is about just communicating with people. I just want to talk to people. And for me, it's about a communication platform. So if you are someone like that, personal branding, don't worry about it, because you are very conscious that you don't want to put anything out. But here, I'm talking to people who want to get, recruited for top corporates, who want people to head down them. If you don't market yourself, there's no way that a recruitment consultant will reach you. So the only way you can make an impression about you, the only way you can say you are the best in the industry or best of the domain, is by you communicating what you are doing. Because just having a CV on the hand and just creating and expecting things to come in the plate, it won't happen. So everybody is looking for a job. Become a brand today because people are today willing to offer extra, go to the extra mile and just offer people and recruit people who are really good in working content. So I always say this. I as a person who's having a recruitment company, we see a lot of people are approaching our talent and people who are part of our talent community being with big offers. The only secret what between our talent and other people is because the way we brand themselves in terms of how we do a CV, in terms of how we everything do, in terms of how we create a LinkedIn profile, we just coach them on how to communicate. So this is where the personal branding happens. If you are just sitting and waiting, just creating a CV and thinking, why will this recruitment consultant reach me? Why should he reach to you? Are you special? What is speciality with you? Just constantly question yourself and see, okay, everybody wants to earn a lot of money. Everybody wants to have a good package. Everybody wants someone to be coming and giving you a package which you are so proud about. But what are you doing about it? Are you just going to the extra mile of communicating yourself and showing everyone, hey, look, I'm Mr. X, I have this expertise, and this is what my specialty is all about. So constantly take this conscious call, constantly market yourself, constantly tell everybody, the community whom you are associating, your friends, your network, your family, what do you want, what is your specialty. So this is where opportunities comes in because a lot of people write to us today because people know what's the specialty, what's the opportunity. But if nobody knows what's my specialty, nobody knows what's my opportunity, how can someone connect to me? Yes, there is someone called Dilrukshan. What can we do with it? No idea. But if they know Dilrukshan is someone who's a coach leaders and entrepreneurs, this is the people coming to us saying, speak to my entrepreneurs club. Come and speak to a community. This is where opportunities comes in. Are you grabbing opportunity or are you waiting for it? Is the question today. So, Sasak, would you like to take some questions which has come to us through LinkedIn and Instagram? Right. So, the first question which has come to us is,
Please
how
go.
will you
Yeah.
differentiate yourself? How can you create a personal brand statement which you will clearly differentiate yourself from the rest? So, that's the first question which we have got. Would you like to answer that?
Yeah, I think that's a good question. And as we mentioned in the beginning, it's about being unique, how you differentiate yourself. So, storytelling is an important way to disseminate content. You can tell your own story. If you have 7 billion people in the world, you have 7 billion stories. So, for me, what I thought, I recently had this situation where I actually spoke to a particular person. He was a sales professional, right? And he wanted to build his personal brand. And I just gave him an idea. I want to share it with you. So if you're a sales professional, you meet various people. I think, Dirukshan, you can resonate to this example very well since you have been in all these arenas before. So what you can do is you meet various clients and they have diverse stories without mentioning about the transaction or the deal or whatever, just story. You can just tell the story. Yeah, we're back. All right. So you can just tell the story of the particular client that you have dealt with, and that story would be an inspiration to someone else. Or maybe you would find someone in the network who resonates with that story. So these are little examples. So since we talked about differentiation, it
Yeah.
depends on what you do and how you deliver the content. It may be an image, a video, a write up, whatever. So you have to be unique. Uh, we discussed in the first episode that you should not imitate, copy, but you can transform and combine. You can get an idea, you put in your ideas, brainstorm, you transform that idea, you combine it, and uh, deliver the results. So, differentiation is all about your mindset, the way you think, And thinking about uh, ideas, you just need to disconnect. That's my experience. I think Dilukshan would agree as well. You just need to disconnect, walk in the nature. You will gather plenty of ideas. So you can go through your social media feeds and just disconnect and think. Keep on thinking. I'll assure you, you'll definitely come across a breakthrough idea. That's for sure, Dilukshan,
Right. Thank
isn't
you,
it?
Sasank. Just to add some limelight to Sasanka's thoughts. Now, when you're asking me a personal branding statement, what I would tell is, my statement would be, I just want one day to be known as the Asia's leading executive leadership coach. That's my personal branding statement. I'm looking at today Asia because I know already with the work we do, I want to be a coach and I want to work with clients overseas and I want to make sure that already they are doing work with 4 countries. I want to expand it. I want to become the Asia's largest leadership coach. I want to be the Asia's largest business coaching company. So this is my personal branding statement. So this is like what I have built for me because I have made a conscious choice that what I want to build in my life for the next 5 years or next 3 years. Well, then I would like everybody, you might be whatever the stage you are. Make a conscious call. You might be in the destination X, that's fine. But where you want to end is the destination Y. So all things what you post in terms of audios, in terms of videos, now Spotify is in Sri Lanka, you can go on, even do your vlogs and everything. So everything adds value to this. And second one, none of me or Sasanka was built overnight. We took a lot of time. Sasanka is on LinkedIn for a long time. He has an episode which is running over 100, and I've been on also coming in. So these both of us took a lot of time. We had to understand this slowly connect to people. We build our brand. We had our ups and downs both. That's the honest opinion. We none of us were built in a platter of roses. So it took a lot of time for us to come there. So everybody who's looking for a personal brand statement, put where your destination is. That's where you are currently. Put your destination why, where you want to see yourself. Now, for example, certain people are known for speaking, certain people are known as actors, certain people are known as digital marketers, certain people are known as chefs. No, these are personal brands. Why people offer you opportunity, why people pay you so much is to bring your expertise in. So your expertise is your personal brand. So one day when you don't need to give a visiting card, you might build a brand such that when people see you, they say, okay, this person is doing this. You don't need to introduce yourself. That's what your mantra or personal branding statement has to do. So, Sasanka, the second question is about what tips do we give for someone who's starting a personal brand from the scratch? You would like to throw any tips, Sasanka, first?
Yeah. Before that, let's say hi to a few people. Dilukshan. We have we have Shani Fernando. Hi, Muhammad Ali. We have Muhammad Ali as well. Isham Gunasekara. Hi, Sajid, Dijiraj, Sachinta, Chamit. Thank you very much for joining. Kitmini Alvis, Anuja, Kalana, Lulu Food Products. Thank you very much for joining. Yeah, so coming back to your question, Dilukshan, tips. Number one is focus on what your specific area is. Focus is number one. So if you're a photographer, you focus on photography, obviously, and then educate your audience, maybe about the shots, angles, or whatever terminology you use. Uh, Photographer, yes, and as Dilukshan said, we have various other personal brands. Chefs, especially chefs, can do a lot on LinkedIn, especially, and so on and so forth. Journalists, we find many of them, doctors, engineers, anyone can create their personal brand. So, number one is focus. You have to mention your area or your expertise in the headline. So, that should be one, two, or maybe three. And then you have to post content on whatever platform relating to what you have mentioned. If you're a digital marketer, you have to share articles on digital marketing, create videos, share videos, come up with your original content. You have to share content. It's a balance between original content, created content, and curated content. So curated content is you share other people's content, which is good, and you give recognition to that person. So I share Dilrukshan's content because I value that content. So I give recognition to him through sharing that content. So we discussed in the previous episode, Dilrukshan, is give and take. It's the give
Yeah.
and take policy which works in everything, not only in personal branding. But so you have to share others' content, create your own content, give more prominence to curated content. Then people will engage with your content. You will build a huge network, a very credible network. Rather than saying huge, we'll say a credible network, a beneficial network. So, which will be productive in the future. So, always create your own content, have a balance, try to share other people's content, and engage with content. Comment, you can react for posts. If you want to support a cause, you have the support reaction. If you want to celebrate uh, someone's birthday or a promotion or whatever, you have that reaction. So you have a possibility of reacting on LinkedIn. So I think starting from scratch, have your focus, and most importantly, have a headshot. Have your LinkedIn profile or whatever profile with a proper photograph. You do not need to upload a celebrity's photograph in your profile. I think we discussed this about this in the previous episode as well. Why do you want to have a celebrity's photograph in your profile with your name? I think these are little mistakes that people make, Abdul, but we have seen throughout, isn't it? And starting from scratch, that's I think that is the answer to the question, and Dilrukshan can also chip in.
Yes, no, what I
What's your
would like
thought,
to tell everybody
Dilrukshan?
who asks this question is first and foremost, start things. Nothing will happen overnight. Just start things. Go and start a page. People are today
Absolutely.
so worried. I was just speaking to someone who want to start their own page on cookery. She's doing a lot of good dishes. She was asking me, "What can I do?" I said, "Why are you not coming on Instagram? Put all food what you cook and give the recipe to people and ask her, well, what's your purpose?" She said she wants to be known for the cook or she enjoy cooking. I said, they start Instagram page, start because nobody's going to add you overnight, but eventually things will happen because when you are constantly putting out content, even Instagram shares your post to a lot of people, it shows to a lot of people. So this is where you'll be, lot of audience will be attracted to you. My humble request is don't think too much what's going to happen next, what is going to, just start things. First and foremost, go start a page. Start. You might have 0 followers. I started with 0 followers. Every person who's talking today out because a brand started with zero. None of us had followers when you're starting. Only thing is we took a lot of time. We took a lot of initiatives. If you are just posting some post and expecting things to happen, won't happen. Go live. Go and talk to people. Share your recipes. This is where just you might be, known for what you want to be. And second one, do collaboration. Good digital marketer, just try to speak to someone else. Speak on 2 domains. This is where you add a lot of value to people. People will start looking at you at a conscious level. This is where now a lot of people reach to us and ask, okay, how can you be a part of this show? What is this show all about? This is purely where me and Sasank has made a conscious call. Every week we are going to decide on a date, come on live and just give some value. So what we have designed is it good to understand that what we need to be posting on, because we have a content calendar where Sasank also has a content calendar, myself also as we constantly used to make a conscious choice what we are posting. We used to post videos, we used to post the content, we used to put polls, we go and comment on other people's one, they are adding value. So adding value has a lot of options. A lot of people ask me, how do I do about 20 to 30 posts per day? I don't do 20 to 30 posts. It's a misconception. What I do is I'll comment on a lot of people's posts, I add value to them. I help a lot of people who was posting jobs to get more candidates. I do post my own content. Also, I respond to all DM messages. Now, this is something I consciously do every 90 minutes. While I'm working, I take a 10 minutes break. I'll go on my DM, and if all people who ask me questions in terms of what our show is all about, or leadership coaching, startup, how to start a business, I take this reply. Certain conversations go. So it's a lot of effort. You can start from zero. I started from zero, Sasank. That's the first point. Post a lot of content. Have a different set of content what you are doing. Third point, never give up because nothing comes easy. And when you build a brand, you can enjoy the luxury. Till that, it's a constant process. Consistency plays a huge game. Sasank, I can see some questions coming. Shall we take those questions?
Yes, yes. Uh, Frank has said Instagram has a good algorithm to suggest the posts when we have good content. You're spot on, Frank. I agree with this, Dirokshan. When you post good content, Instagram really suggests fantastic content and very shareable as well. I agree with Frank. And also, there is a question: should we follow a content calendar even for personal branding, or is it okay to post spontaneously? I think both of us would say that you should have a content calendar uh, and be committed to it. It's a commitment, as we said earlier. It's a commitment. It's about your thinking, gathering ideas from other people, not copying them, but transforming, saying it again, because uniqueness is important. And when you're unique, people tend to follow you, people tend to engage with you. And Dirushan, the business talk show is the best example about collaborations because when you post quality content, sometimes the results you get are not quantifiable, but they are productive. So you deliver something to the society as well, Dirushan. That's what I believe. And this collaboration, I think, happened on LinkedIn initially, and then we met in person. We just thought of going live and doing it, isn't it, Diluksha?
Yes.
Anyone,
So,
anyone can,
in
anyone
terms of
can.
yeah, in terms of social media channels,
Please go
we all
ahead.
need to understand there are organic channels and inorganic channels also. So organic growth is where when you post content, it reach a lot of people, but LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram at its own algorithms. Right. The more you post content, this is what I have learned that the more people start approaching you, more people reach you. So every platform, if you ask LinkedIn, it's a more inorganic. It's just you don't need to do anything. Organically, you can grow on Instagram and Facebook. If you are, it's about more about you putting out your content, posting, you reaching a lot of people, because for you to become a brand on Instagram, but if you are someone who, whatever the platform you do today, there is an organic platform which is LinkedIn. Just come to say, just and you have to post constantly on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the platform which I feel it was 400,000 people who were before pandemic. It has come to 1.1 million now. So you can see how fast LinkedIn is growing. Plus, also use other platforms. This is where now I know in Sri Lanka Clubhouse is not here, but certain people use Clubhouse even for their branding. Now Spotify is coming, so
Exactly.
everybody will have their own blog now. So year after, when you speak someone, there's more and more channels gonna be. It's not about Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. It's gonna be, TikTok is huge in Sri Lanka. TikTok is huge in the world also. So there might be a platform. I always tell my number one platform is LinkedIn. That's why I connect, I write, I speak to people, I make opportunities and everything. My number two platform is Instagram. So I have made this conscious
Same here.
call, but not for everybody. LinkedIn might be the best. Not everybody Instagram. There'll be people who are hit on Facebook as well. Whereas there are a lot of people who do a lot of good things on TikTok. So it's a conscious call what you're making. So understand where your brand is and understand whom are you communicating with. So if you are targeting a corporate audience, go to LinkedIn. If you are targeting a mass audience, if the person who's asking me about the cookery page, just go on, Facebook and Instagram and just make a lot of sound. So initially, try to attract a lot of people and make your brand. Once the brand is built, then things happen automatically.
Yeah, there's another question, Diroshan. Nilanga asks, if our content is not attracting enough subscribers and if it's on a snail run, what should be the corrective actions?
Right. So I would say,
Would you like to
Sasanka,
start?
if you're yeah, so first and foremost, what any platform do, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook, it shows to an immediate network and see how they are reacting to it. So it's about likes and comments, what is getting. That's the honest opinion. If your post is on getting a lot of attraction, then it show to the second layer, third layer, fourth layer, it constantly show. Even on LinkedIn, for your post to become a hit, your post has to give value to people. Where somebody who's reading the post has to read it and has to give like to it for it to start trending. So it's very simple. Post things what constantly see what people's issues are, what are the burning questions are, whatever the domain you operate. Try to see whether you can make content based on that, where your content is a solution to them. Right? You can just post content of just whatever someone is telling. That's one way. It's more, and also it's curated, and whatever you want to tell, whatever you want to put your, how can you solve someone else's problems? That content has a lot of demand. So go find out what are the burning issues, talk to different people, talk to your audience, try to see what their problems are. Your content has to be a solution to them, right? So anybody who's now, if it's a digital marketer who's here, if he wants to build a digital marketing company, talk about the problems in digital marketing where companies are following, the people are following. People will automatically connect to you because they know you are a solution to their problems. So it's about, are you becoming a solution or are you just someone who's doing a communicator job? So make a conscious choice. If you are a solution to a lot of people, people will DM you, people will come to you, people will talk to you, and you automatically become a brand easily. So start talking, start
Yeah.
ensuring you are giving solutions to other people's problems. That's how you become a brand.
And also, yeah,
Anybody
let me
else?
add
Any
to
questions?
let
Yes,
me
go ahead,
let me add
Sasanka.
to
Over
what
to
you
you.
said, Diroshan. Now, regarding this question about having less subscribers and all that, it's about your persona as well. Now, Diroshan, you or myself cannot be, if we think that gossipy content or comedy is reaching, has a very high reach. But can we do that? It depends on our persona. You and me can't do that, isn't it? So I believe it depends
Yes.
on your persona as well. Me being a news anchor and you being a leadership coach, we will never be able to do gossip content or comedy, or maybe some other type of content which has higher reach, which will not suit our domain. What do you say, Dilrushan? That's my take on this.
And also, Sasanka, all those things, what is reaching a 1 million views today, it's going, they took a lot of time. It took them corrections, it took them feedback, it took them actions. Only thing what made them successful is adapting to it. Most of the people today, when now a lot of people write to me and saying, look, this is good, this is not good, I always listen to them. Because it's someone who cares for me, who comes and gives this advice where we have to grow. Whereas there are people who are not willing to learn also. So you need to get these things out. If you are a personal brand, there are good things and bad things. When your feedback comes to you, always read it. See, is there anything that you can get? All the people whom you are seeing who's a personal brand today, who's about 1 million views for their videos, celebrating, has gone through a lot of corrections, has tried and tested a lot of things. They put a lot of effort. Their content strategies are now certain people whom I know personally, they create content for about 14, 16 days for just sit and create the content before coming and doing the video. So it's a lot of effort what they put, and in terms of that, they get real benefits also. So if you want to make yourself reach more people, constantly post content, understand what's getting hit and why it's getting it, and then start posting content on the same genre. That's what matters a lot. So there's another question,
Absolutely.
Sasank, would you have to take?
Uh, is it advisable to give solutions to a problem when you have no proven history of successful records? Should we be seen as potential icon to follow? I reckon it's it's not the results you see as quantity, Dilrushan, isn't it? And I believe it's the impact you make. Sometimes you create connections through your content. It's not direct. It, these are indirect opportunities. You connect with people with huge potential, but sometimes it's not visible. But you create that huge impact when you collaborate. I think you and me collaborating for this is one of the best examples, Dilruksha. And we can mention a lot. People have just found their passion and gone on a rampage, isn't it?
Right. Just to add some thoughts to Nilanga, it's a Disneyland, for example, I have my own view of towards this. So if I have not built a startup, I can't coach others. If I have
Hmm.
not developed leaders who are doing good business, I can't coach leaders. And I have not produced any music, I can't say someone how to produce music. And if I'm a not good cook who's producing good food, I can't advise someone else saying this is how you should good food. So it's about you doing it. Now there are two sides of people. One set of people who are doing good, who are making a lot of impact, also try to help others because they have time and it's a conscious decision what they have said. But we have lots of people there who are really doing good, who are very successful, but they don't really have time and everything to create an impact on others. It's a conscious call you make. You can always follow someone. For example, there are so many coaches there. There are so many influencers there, but there will be one or two people whom you think, okay, this person resonates to me. Not everybody resonates. Now, if you go to the global platform, there are so many big coaches, but I don't follow everyone. But there are certain people I know that they are producing good content. So when you are making this call, just go and see this person. Just always see, as this person produce results which I want to do one day. If it's a yes, go and follow that person. Right? So anybody who's on a brand today is who has done something, because nobody can become a brand overnight. So just before following, if you want to make this conscious call, just go and see what he has done. And if you want to produce the same results, just go and follow him and do whatever he's doing, do it exactly, or just try to see whether you can learn more from him and you will also become successful. I hope, Nilanga, we answered your question.
Yeah, I hope so as well. So I think content is the fuel of a business or of a personal brand. Going forward, content will change the game. You can say that it has already happened, isn't it, Dilruksha? It has already happened.
True.
Content is changing the game. So I believe anyone, irrespective of your age, should start building your personal brand now. I think we discussed this earlier. If you're employed, you start building your personal brand now. By the time you finish working or retire, you have a personal brand, and that personal brand may be converted into a line of business, isn't it, Dilrukshan?
So, just giving my thoughts onto that, Sasanka, it's about
Hmm.
what you want to do in your life, right? You can become
Yes.
someone who achieve a lot of things in your life and who become very silent, who have a very silent lifestyle where nobody knows, or you can become a brand, right? It's a choice you
Hmm.
make. Certain people are
Yeah.
well known, they come to programs, they talk and everything. It's a conscious decision making because today it's a conscious choice. You can
Absolutely.
understand that you cannot be a brand unless otherwise you take actions. There are a lot of
Yeah.
people,
Correct.
Sasanka, this I really want to bring to this audience, who like to be a brand. Okay, they are so conscious about what other people are thinking. What about your friends, your family, what your network, what your colleagues, what your whoever you may associate, what your community thinks. They're consciously worried about before posting something, before coming live. They're thinking about that. Now, if you ask me, the countries which are growing so fast, the communities which are growing so fast, where I'm working, at a 17-year, 15-year-old guy is today going live. He's going live and talking to people. He's talking about what he has done. Maybe that person has some speciality he's trying to bring, or he's just talking to the audience and doing a question, Q&A session. It's don't think what others are going to think. Hey, somebody is always going to see a problem out of anything what you do. You might be the biggest brand, still people will say this is right, this is wrong, and improvement. Just listen to that. Don't take it personal. There are a lot of people who write to me. I'm sure that everybody go through the same, but don't make it personal. People write to you because of a reason. Read it. If it's something you can take it forward. If it's not, go to the next message. It's about moving on. It's not about getting stuck, sitting and thinking why my post is not getting likes. A lot of people are worried about these metrics, about likes, comments, and everything. What I would say is when I go and follow a brand today, whoever was there, when I come to your profile, if I see your profile as a lot of content which I can consume, I will follow you. But if your profile has about 5 or 6 posts, what am I going to follow and take for? So post content, just keep on giving content, because one day when you become a brand, there are a lot of things people can go through. Your page is full of content. It's not about having like a library of things. It's about having an exhibition, like Sasank says. Put out your content, exhibit, and make a brand out of it. Sasank, is there anything else we can add? Shall we add some final few tips for the audience who is here, who has been asking questions, making this very interactive? Is there anything you want to ask?
I think linking back to a question which was asked, there was this video. It was a TED talk delivered by a staff member of YouTube, right? So apparently, what he does is his job is to study the trends of YouTube videos, analyze the trends, the statistics, so on and so forth. So this video is about how you make a video viral, right? I think this is an answer to one of the questions which was asked. So when you create a viral video, you have a higher reach. That's obvious. So one factor which was mentioned was the unexpected content. When you post unexpected content, so the example given in that video was a person has recorded on video 2 rainbows appearing in the sky and just recorded it on video and uploaded. Millions of views on the following day. So these are unexpected situations. So, and we can also think of maybe, and there is no harm for the audience. You just see something spectacular, something surprising. So these are little tips. Why I mentioned this example was sometimes you can use these type of situations to create engaging content. Dilukshan, you may have examples for that as well.
Yeah. So whatever the content you do, please always understand these are my guidelines. Try to see what you are talking, whom you are talking to, and what value will you add from that content. If somebody is reading that content and if they are going and checking your profile, that's where you have got the attention what you are required. But if your content is where you are taking post from LinkedIn, post Instagram, from Instagram to post to LinkedIn, this content sharing game, people today are so smart. People at both the platforms. They are known. I saw this on Instagram. This is just another post. Try to create. Go and take just a software or just go live. Do a small short video. Talk for 30 seconds, 60 seconds. That's how you start. So don't worry about starting things. Everybody is watching this video. Just take action. That's my humble request. There are a lot of people who have a lot of talent, but they are very worried about what others think, or they are worried about the failure. Just do things and face it. And every time you fail, take corrective action and come forward. Whatever the branding work what you do, this is my humble request. And there's a request to talk about how to build a startup from the scratch. We will definitely have a chat, Nilanga. So I think Nilanga, yes. So we will definitely have a chat, a topic which I resonate so much about. So maybe our next live, we will take that topic. So I'll just give some tips on anybody who want to start a business. What are the key things you should be focusing on? And Sasanka will definitely add value on as a personal network, how you think that you should be starting business on. So definitely we'll look into that topic. We have a set of topics. We want to talk about power of collaboration. That's what my next topic was, because a lot of people was asking, how did the collaboration happen? What is the purpose of this show? What is adding value? So Nilanga will definitely take your request also. But most probably our next
Absolutely.
show is going to be a power of collaboration. We'll tell our story. How did we both write to each other? What was our conversation on? And where did
Yes.
we start? And yeah, why are we doing these shows? These are the questions we would like to answer next. So everybody's you might be
Yeah.
watching this video on the Instagram live or maybe in our YouTube channels or whichever platform you watch. So stay tuned for our next show. It's going to be definitely about the power of collaboration. How we both started communicating. We are going to share our story, raw and real, where we met for the first coffee and how did we just grab this idea and what is our future goal also. Sasank has a huge vision towards this, I'll be honest. So Sasank is more the implementer who just have this inside conceptual person. So he will tell you what is the future of the business show.
We
Right?
would,
Sasank, anything you want to
we can,
end it?
I mean, we can say 50-50, isn't it, Dilruksha? It's like, we just met on LinkedIn. And I think we just mentioned the story in the previous episode, right? Before this, we have met in person once. That's it. Thereafter, it's only on LinkedIn. So, as Dilrukshan said, we would tell you more about that story in that episode. Otherwise, you will lose interest. So, let's say thank you to Frank. He has said, please continue this discussion. We are learning a lot from the session. Thank you very much. And we value your presence. Everyone who has joined, thank you so much. It's a great pleasure, and you are our strength. Uh, and hope you will tune in the next time as well, and keep watching the Business Talk Show, and you will have plenty of things to take home. And the Business Talk Show has many things in store as well, isn't it, Vilusha?
So I would say, Sasank, in one line, we are just starting. That's what my always line is. We are
Yes,
just starting things up with a
yes,
huge plan. So
yes,
definitely we'll go live on next Thursday, most probably at the same time. And we are going to talk
yes.
the power of collaboration and how we
Power of
started
collaboration.
and what is our plans in terms of the business show. And we would like to collaborate with anyone who want to just want to know. So just share
Yes,
this story with others. So a lot of people will connect to us and just listen to this. And we will see you on live
yeah.
next Thursday at 7 p.m. So stay safe and wish you all a very happy long weekend. Enjoy and be safe.
Yes, it's the same message from my end as well. So uh, enjoy. A long weekend is coming up, but make sure that you wear a mask, practice social distancing, and then think, or always remember that we are in the middle of a pandemic. You can engage in whatever you do, but be mindful. That's our message, isn't it, Dilruksha? So
Yes.
thank you very much to all of you who joined uh, the Business Talk Show. So we will meet you in the third episode next week. You will see the promos coming your way, maybe towards Tuesday. Yeah,
Yeah.
the beginning of next week. So see you on Thursday. Stay safe, take care. This is Sasanka Dias and Dilukshan Fernando signing off. Cheers, good night.
Good night.